Finding equations of trigonometric graphs. In this section, we are going to find the defining equations of trigonometric graphs when the graph is given. Before you start this section, we recommend that you first work through the sketching graphs section first. Let us have a look at this example. In this example, we want to determine the equation of the given graph. Look at the shape of the graph. This is the sine graph. It is the equation y is equal to a multiplied by sine x plus q. Look at the graph. Look at this point. At this point, y is equal to 3. This point is on the y-axis, therefore, x is equal to 0 degrees. This is true because on the y-axis, x is always equal to 0. This point cannot be written as 0 degrees and 3. Look at the graph. Look at this point. This point has coordinates 0 degrees and 3, which means this 0 degrees represents x, and this 3 represents y. In the equation, y is equal to a multiplied by sine x plus q. Let us put 3 in the place of y, and let us put 0 degrees in the place of x. So far we have 3 is equal to a multiplied by sine 0 degrees plus q. Look at this part. Sine 0 degrees is equal to 0. In the place of sine 0 degrees, let us put 0. So far we have 3 is equal to a multiplied by 0 plus q. Look at this part. A multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So far we have 3 is equal to 0 plus q. Look at the right hand side. 0 plus q is equal to q. So we can say 3 is equal to q. Let us put 3 in the place of q in the equation. Y is equal to a multiplied by sine x plus q. So, y is equal to a multiplied by sine x plus q will now become y is equal to a multiplied by sine x plus 3. Look at this other point, which is 90 degrees and 4. This 90 degrees represents x, and this 4 represents y. Let us put 90 degrees in the place of x, and let us put 4 in the place of y. So far we have 4 is equal to a multiplied by sine 90 degrees plus 3. Look at this part. Sine 90 degrees is equal to 1. Let us put 1 in the place of sine 90 degrees. So far we have 4 is equal to a multiplied by 1 plus 3. Look at this part. A multiplied by 1 is equal to a. So far we have 4 is equal to a plus 3. Let us quickly rearrange the equation. 4 is equal to a plus 3 will now become a plus 3 is equal to 4. Look at this 3. This 3 will become negative 3 if we take it to the right hand side. So far we have a is equal to 4 minus 3. Look at the right hand side of the equation. 4 subtract 3 is equal to 1. So a is equal to 1. Let's have a look at another example. In this example, we want to determine the values of a and q. Look at the graph. In this example, we are given a graph with the equation y is equal to a multiplied by cos x plus q, and we want to use the graph to determine the values of a and q. Let us write down the given equation, which is y is equal to a multiplied by cos x plus q. Look at the graph. Look at this point, which is 0 degrees and 0. This 0 degrees is our x-coordinate. This 0 is our y-coordinate. So in the equation, y is equal to a multiplied by cos x plus q, we are going to put 0 degrees in the place of x. And we are going to put 0 in the place of y. So far we have 0 is equal to a multiplied by cos 0 degrees plus q. Now take out your scientific calculator. Look at this part. Cos 0 degrees is equal to 1. So in the place of cos 0 degrees, we are going to put 1. So far we have 0 is equal to a multiplied by 1 plus q. Look at this part. A multiplied by 1 is equal to a. So far we have 0 is equal to a plus q. Look at this equation. Let us call this equation equation 1. We write it like this. Look at the graph again. Look at this other point, which is 180 degrees and minus 2. This 180 degrees is our x-coordinate, and this minus 2 is our y-coordinate. So, in our equation, y is equal to a multiplied by cos x plus q, we will put 180 degrees in the place of x, and we will put negative 2 in the place of y. So far we have negative 2 is equal to a multiplied by cos 180 degrees plus q. Look at this part. Using a calculator, we see that cos 180 degrees is equal to negative 1. So let's put minus 1 in the place of cos 180 degrees. So far we have negative 2 is equal to a multiplied by minus 1 plus q. Look at this part. A multiplied by negative 1 will give us negative a. So far we have negative 2 is equal to negative a plus q. Look at this equation. Let us call this equation equation 2. We write it like this. Let us write equation 2 under equation 1. Look at the two equations. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. We have two unknowns. A and q are unknowns. So let us solve simultaneously for a and q.
Show us how we do that.
Everyone listen. Look at this a and look at this negative a. This a and this negative a, they have opposite signs. If we add them together, the a will disappear. So let us add equation 1 with equation 2. On the left hand side, we have negative 2. We added this minus 2 with this 0. So far we have negative 2 on our left hand side of the equation. Look at this negative a and look at this positive a. Negative a plus a is equal to 0. So the a's disappeared. Look at this q and look at the other q. Q plus q is equal to 2q. So we have 2q on our right hand side. So far we have negative 2 is equal to 2q. Look at this 2q. Between 2 and q, there is a multiplication sign. Let us divide by 2 on both sides of the equation. So far we have negative 2 over 2, and this is equal to 2q over 2. Look on the left hand side. Negative 2 divided by 2 is equal to negative 1. So we have negative 1 on our left hand side. Look on the right hand side. The 2's cancel out. So q is the only thing remaining on the right hand side. So finally, negative 1 is equal to q. Or we can say q is equal to negative 1. Let us substitute minus 1 for q in the equation 1. So far we have 0 is equal to a plus minus 1 in bracket. Look at the right hand side. This plus sign multiplied by this minus sign will give us a negative. So far we have 0 is equal to a minus 1. Let us quickly rearrange the equation. 0 is equal to a minus 1 can be written as a minus 1 is equal to 0. Look at this minus 1. This minus 1 will become positive if we take it to the right hand side. So a minus 1 is equal to 0 will now become a is equal to 0 plus 1. And 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So a is equal to 1. Now that you have worked with finding equations of trig graphs, let us see if you can try this activity.
The first one has been done for you.